mired in a brutal stretch right now. Losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They give it to Peterson. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. The Pets are going to get there. Down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. You see the numbers on the ground for Dixon a week ago. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. John Simon in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Detroit! They're going to look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On the give, this is Dixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
On first down, they go with Dixon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff for Dixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field states.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go!
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's explosive there.
When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And now let's see how the young rookie bounces back. First drive in interception. How will he handle it?
And I think this is where your leaders step up for you, right? Your veteran guys put a big arm around him. All right, guy, had one. Don't worry about it. Let's get out there and let's roll. And I'm also eager to see what the offensive coordinator is going to do. How much confidence does he have in him? Does he go safe now, or does he continue to run the full game plan?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 14-0 is our score, and we will return to MetLife Stadium after this.
Here we go. What? 90.
First down, Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 38.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
3rd and long for Rivers. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Malone. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll get it to Dixon, running left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Brad 38.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
He finds Humphreys. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you'd have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Rivers. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gone! 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 Hot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
What? 90. Hot.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard. The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
What? 90. What? 90.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
On third down, Rivers. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and
that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is, for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
From the gun, Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Dayon Buchanan in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Let's take it inside his own 40. He won't go down. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And Gostkowski's kick is good. We have an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Melvin Ingram in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score. And the Patriots continue to roll.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Gostkowski with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
See him now play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up
now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will extend this big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He finds an opening past the 40. He's got daylight. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And off comes to Peterson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, let's go. Fred 38. Fred 38.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 56 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jets have recovered.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
To throw is Rivers, and he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on third and long. Rivers. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Rivers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for New England. 51 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Gostkowski for the point after. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here we go. What? 90.
Rivers from the gun on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gun!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dixon. They give him a gain of 37.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
They run again with Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Jets on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is going to be third and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bobima Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gone!
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Malone. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now Dixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spins past him. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Come on, let's go.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
The false start backs them up 5. First and 15. Operating from the gun. Rivers. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Rivers now. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Again, it's Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets are at least able to knock the deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on
this is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. On first and goal, Dixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Take four.
He's going to get it running right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dayon Buchanan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. And see if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing, Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns...
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Time for a break. finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Patriots. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes up.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No, I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be. Because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle it. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Deone Bucannon in there to get him again. And that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
Let's go! Brad,
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. This is taken at the 18. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
They go play action here on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And